The Problem Parade. The Costume Warehouse. This is a story about three monkeyteers who enter a giant costume warehouse where 33 different problems seem to chase them from room to room. Their 24th miracle-minded adventure begins when they wonder whether all those problems are disguises worn by one mistaken way of seeing. The three monkeyteers arrived at a painted warehouse beside a carnival. A sign read, "Welcome to the Problem Parade. 33 problems available today." Spider Monkey stared. Squirrel Monkey checked the leather pouch beneath his cape. "That seems excessive." Howler Monkey straightened his feathered hat. "I shall solve them alphabetically." Inside, rows of costumes hung from ceiling to floor. Money problem, weather problem, friend problem, food problem, time problem, reputation problem. A bell rang. Ding! A monkey wearing weather problem rushed toward them. "It might rain." Squirrel opened his umbrella. Food problem jumped out. "You might run out of bananas." Squirrel grabbed his snack bag. Then time problem appeared. "You're late." Spider checked 3 clocks. Friend problem followed. "Someone may be annoyed with you." Howler gasped. "Who?" "I cannot disclose that." Soon the monkeyteers were racing from costume to costume. Spider fixed the broken cart problem. Squirrel searched for missing lunch. Howler tackled the nobody respects me problem with a speech. Every time they solved one, another appeared. Ding! New problem. A monkey in a giant red costume shouted, "What if problem?" Spider groaned. "That one could contain anything." Spider, Squirrel, and Howler carried lists everywhere. Spider stared at the papers. "We've got 33 problems." Squirrel frowned. "Maybe 34. You lost a pencil." Howler gasped. "Stationery problem." The leather pouch bumped Squirrel's side. "Pouch time." Howler dropped his lists. "Please let it contain 33 answers." Squirrel drew a folded slip. Spider opened it. The paper read, "Many problems may be different costumes worn by the same belief that peace depends on something outside you being fixed." They stared. Howler looked around. "Costumes?" Spider approached. "Weather problem." "Take it off." The performer removed the storm cloud suit. Underneath was an ordinary monkey. Squirrel removed food problem. Another ordinary monkey. They uncovered time problem, friend problem, reputation problem. Different costumes, same worried faces beneath them. Spider asked, "What are all of you afraid of?" The performers answered together, "That something outside us must change before we can be okay." Squirrel looked at his list. "We treated every form as a separate emergency." Howler nodded. "But underneath them we kept saying the same thing." Spider said, "My peace depends on this being different." Then a costume rolled out. Missing hat problem. Howler grabbed his head. "My hat!" Spider pointed. "You're wearing it." Howler touched the feather. "Excellent. Problem solved." Squirrel laughed. "Or maybe there never was one." At the center, a huge mirror read, "Identify the problem before seeking the solution." Spider looked at his reflection. "If I think 33 things outside me are causing my lack of peace, I'll need 33 solutions," said Squirrel. "And tomorrow we can invent 33 more," added Howler. Spider nodded. "But if I keep giving the world responsibility for my peace," Squirrel tapped his forehead, "then the correction begins in one place." Howler dropped the lists into a recycling bin. Spider looked at weather problem. "It can still rain." "And we can still use an umbrella," said Squirrel. Howler pointed at food problem. "And if we're hungry, we eat." Spider smiled. "So this doesn't mean ignoring practical things. It means not mistaking them for the source of peace," said Squirrel. A carnival worker entered. "Anyone seen my pencil?" Squirrel handed it over. Howler whispered, "Stationery problem resolved without spiritual crisis." They laughed. Squirrel tucked the slip back into the pouch. Spider said, "Monkey Mind says we have 33 problems." Howler added, "Then it demands 33 victories." Squirrel smiled. "Miracle Mind asks whether they are 33 costumes worn by one mistaken belief." Spider looked toward the open doors. "And once we recognize the real problem, we can become willing to receive a real correction." The three monkeyteers tossed their feathered hats into the air and cheered together. "One for all and all for one." And then they shouted, "Love all, for all is love."